Imagine waking up, rolling over, checking your phone to see $2.7 million inside of your Stripe account, knowing that for the last 6 months, you spent no longer than 10 minutes a day on your business. Well, at the age of 25, this was reality for me and it was fucking mental. I built and launched a business in under 48 hours, and the principles that made it successful can be translated into any business. So in today's video, I'll be breaking down what kind of business this was and how I launched it so quickly, why it only took me 10 minutes per day to manage it, and finally some key principles that I have learned that I now use in every single business that I build. But first, let me show you some of the numbers. Now, I started this business back in lockdown, sat behind my desk in my pants. And within a week, we went from $0 to $500 a day. And as you can see, in a really short span of 30 days, we took it to over $300,000 per month. Now, the business was pretty short-lived, and I was able to run this business at about 40% margins with 0 staff members until eventually it closed down around 1 year after its launch. Now, was this an anomaly? Absolutely. Is it possible for you to do something similar? 100%. So let's get into it. What was this business and how was I able to launch it in under 48 hours? Well, this business was a digital product that I found on Etsy, and no, it wasn't a course or anything like that. I actually used a tool called eRank to go and find this product. From using that tool, I could see that someone else was selling this exact same product doing crazy numbers. But the only thing was they were only selling on Etsy. I knew that if they were killing it on Etsy, then taking it to paid ads and my own website would be the smartest move. So I literally copied their entire setup. I made my own variation of the product. I built a really basic sales funnel using ClickFunnels. I made some ads and got social media accounts set up and ready. I think it's much more important that we look at the full process that went in behind the product instead of the product itself. I used software to identify what was working. I made my own version of that product, and then I executed faster than anyone else on getting my version live and running. Now, the reason I could do all of this within 48 hours was because I kept it simple. I didn't just sit there for days trying to think of a brand name. I moved quickly, I got it live and built onto it as I went and as I started seeing results. So what did I have up and running within the first 48 hours? Well, I had my ClickFunnels website. I had proof that this product worked and a variation of that product. I had my logo, my domain bought, all ready to go. My Stripe was set up and connected. I had some variations of ads and my ad account inside of Facebook set up, with obviously all my social media accounts running too. So how was I able to generate $300,000 a month with under 10 minutes work per day? Well, this business literally went from 0 to 100 in a matter of days. And as the product started selling and the ads were working, I had hundreds of orders that needed fulfilling fast. So I really had 3 options here. Number 1, I could do all of the fulfillment myself. The process was simple enough. I could probably have everything personalized and sent via email to all of the customers in 5 or 6 hours per day. And that would probably cover a few hundred orders. And to be honest, this is probably the default move for most people, doing the work yourself and then eventually handing it off to a team. It makes the most sense, but I didn't want to be held ransom to the business and have to put 5 to 6 hours in every single day before we had even looked at scaling it. Now, number 2, I could have hired in a team of virtual assistants to work for me, but this would involve me training them and managing them and then being around to answer any questions that they had as they started to do the work. But the only problem with this is because the business was moving so quickly, training would have to be super fast, and I didn't want the risk of a VA not showing up one day for work and missing all of these daily deliveries, which would lead to me having to do the work myself anyway. But there was a third and final option. Number 3, I could find a way to shape the product and offer around a system that's repeatable and templated so that I can automate the entire service delivery and sending of the emails without needing to do any of the work myself. And this is exactly what I did. So I use Zapier, which is an automation software that integrates into thousands of applications. And using Zapier, I set up a flow that looks something like this. So a new order would come through ClickFunnels, which would then be sent into a Google spreadsheet using Zapier. And then from Zapier, we would take the customer's information and personalize the product and email with the name and the inputs on the order form. Now, Zapier would then send that email with the product attached to that email to the customer, and then finally send that contact information to to our Klaviyo account, which is what we use for our email marketing. Now from there, we had a preset nurture sequence set up inside of Klaviyo that would then send automated emails and marketing campaigns to each customer with different upsells and more products that they could buy from us. Now this was fully automated and only required a really small amount of time to get set up in the first place and actually manage ongoing with new product updates and different campaign ideas. Now having this email literally generated us hundreds of thousands of dollars with this one product, and because the product was fully digital, using email, it led to me hitting 95% margins after software costs just on these email campaigns alone. So it's safe to say that email marketing works very well and is something that I'm always looking towards in my businesses today. But focusing on all of this from day one was the only reason that I was able to go to these crazy numbers every single month. And it's the only reason why we hit them so quickly, because I didn't need to slow down or stop to fix bottlenecks in our service delivery or our hiring process. I bypassed all of that as quickly as I could using these different automations that were already out there. The only thing that I needed to work on inside of the business was running the ads, which once set up and working didn't really require too much effort. And I guess double checking Zapier every single day, making sure there was no errors there and all of the orders were being delivered. Now I did end up getting VAs in to manage customer service once that started rolling in through, but it was super easy to find these VAs already because most of them have experience in customer service. So that really wasn't an issue. But to be honest, if I was to run this business today, I would also have customer service automated with the likes of AI chatbots and AI agents. So look, all up, I would spend literally 10 minutes per day checking Facebook and Zapier, and then go about the rest of my day, which at that time I was actually running another business in London. The saying work smarter, not harder really did apply here. And the truth is, you watching this video right now probably have hundreds of opportunities to automate tasks and processes inside of your business, but you're probably too busy to take time to actually pay it any attention. Now we have an agency that specializes in sales and marketing automation. So if you are interested in seeing how AI could help you automate those tasks inside of your business, click the link down below, or don't, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, moving on. I do want to give you the key principles that I learned from building this business that have changed the way that I think about business forever. And hopefully you can use these principles for yourself. Now from this business, I would say I learned 5 major things. And I genuinely believe that knowing what these 5 things are and keeping them at the front of your mind in anything that you do moving forward with business will help you see results. So number 1, look to see what is already working. The idea of creating something original, something unique and never seen before sounds amazing, but is it really the best place to start? I don't know if you've ever watched Dragon's Den or Shark Tank and thought, what the fuck? That is the dumbest idea I've ever seen. And you said that probably because it was a pretty dumb idea. It's really hard to create something new. It's really difficult to shape something unique and different. And if your goal is to change the world, then sure, maybe go and get creative. But my goal at this time with this business was to make my first million. So I needed to find someone else who was already making millions and replicate what was working for them and put my own twist on what they was doing. Now, I'm not saying go out there now and start selling dropshipping courses because that's what everyone else is doing. But what I'm saying is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just keep your eyes on platforms like Etsy, Product Hunt, YouTube, see what others are seeing results in. Start to build your business in an area that's already shown there's product market fit. Look at all of the different agency models that are out there on YouTube right now. Look at where people are seeing results. Hormozi's books are basically copies of Russell Brunson's .com secrets, packaged up in a different way. And look on YouTube, everyone's copying Daniel Dalen's POV lifestyle videos. The best people out there right now are copying others. They're just so good at it, you didn't even realize. So get creative, take tried and tested systems and already working models and put your own spin on it. This literally is the secret sauce to seeing results that no one else is talking about. Now, number 2, it's so important that you understand the different parts of what goes into building an online business. The only reason why this business worked the way that it did was because I understood the basics of digital marketing. I knew how to set up a landing page, what to put on that page, how to drive traffic with ads, and how to capture attention across different social media platforms. I really did focus on speed here, with my advantage being one of the first people to go to market. The goal was to improve and optimize as we got going, and that is exactly what happened. Too often I see people working on parts of their business that don't matter until you actually start landing clients or selling your products. So build lean and fast, and then develop everything else as you start to see those results coming in. Now, number 3, systems are so important. Everything I did inside of this business was treated like a system. My first thought was always, how can I automate this? Or how can I simplify this in a way that allows me to do it quicker? You need to treat your business like an engine. There's different components that, when built properly and given the right fuel and connected in the right way, help you go from A to Z so much faster. So look at your sales funnel within your business. How are you managing your leads? How do you onboard your clients? Do you have an email nurture sequence warming up leads inside of your business? These systems will end up making you more money than the time spent to set them up in the first place. This is the mindset that we have now that we take forward to our own clients inside of our own agency. And in a world of AI, this sort of mindset can get you very, very far. Number 4 is speed of execution is important. And I don't really need to talk about this one too much, but speed of execution is pretty much over anything else in my books. This is the only reason why I saw success here. I moved quicker than anyone else, and that speed ended up making me $2.7 million more than my competition. So stop thinking and just get on with it. If it's not working right now, it's because you're not taking enough action and you're not getting the work done. It's that simple. And then finally, easy come, easy go. This money came very, very fast. I went from pretty much making $5,000 a month to over $300,000 a month in under 30 days as a 25-year-old. What could possibly go wrong? Was it sustainable? Absolutely not. I had no clue how to manage this money, and that's part of the reason why this business probably ended up tapering off and slowing down in the first place. When the money comes easy, just remember it can go just as quickly if you're not prepared and you don't understand how to manage it. So prepare yourself as much as you can, and you're gonna thank yourself later for it. So look, if I'm being honest, the reason why this business really worked the way it did is because we had the right sales funnel in place. And for your business to succeed, it's essential that you have the same kind of systems that we had. In fact, I see so many businesses completely ignoring this part of their business, and it's costing them way more money than they know. So here's a breakdown of the best sales funnel that you can build in 2025 using AI and automations that we use in our business and inside of our clients' businesses, that I guarantee you will transform your business and help you see the results that I saw in this business that I just spoke about today.